Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I want to talk about something that, yeah, I've known, but recently, more recent times, people focus on this in a different way. Okay, now, let me explain. It deals with narcissistic behavior and patterns. Okay, so basically, what I've seen and I have focused too on more is that people with some of the people who have narcissistic behaviors do this one thing, and it's about patterns, like I said, and it's that they sound like a broken record. And if you're around them, also people who are histrionic have histrionic behaviors, and if you're around them, you start to sound like a broken record. Okay, now what I have seen most often in my life, and I've been around a lot of people who I call have this narcissistic histrionic blend, but some of them also have this sadistic side to them. They get a thrill out of it, of doing, hurting people. And I call it the dramatic dark triad, not just the dark triad. The dark triad is something else, but this is, these three blend together. And anyway, one of the things they will do is, some of them, this is not, I'm just going to say in all my videos, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. So, one of the things that they do, the ones I've seen do this, they will bring up stuff that happened many, many years ago that you might not even remember, but they say, well, you've done this and you've done that. And they just keep bringing up all kinds of stuff from many years ago, like I said. And it could be something current. They add it with something current and all that. And it's because it's like when they want to win an argument, to them they're always right anyway. But they want to make sure they win it, and they point that out, and they make sure you're at fault. Like, even if they did something wrong and they know they did something wrong and you pointed it out, they're going to bring up something from a long time ago so they can say you're wrong too. Okay, they're going to say that. Like I said, you might not remember ever doing that, and maybe you remember the situation and you didn't do it then either. Okay, but they become broken records like this, constantly bringing up old stuff. And there could also be broken records in many other ways. Just think about many other ways. Now, that's a pattern I hear that I talk about more because I've seen it more. And I've heard other people talk about it too lately, more recently. And but here's another one. And this is something that I wanted to get to, is that I saw this as something like a meme or something online. Okay, let's talk about that one. Okay, and it brings up a question. Now, and we all know this. My degrees are in psychology and sociology, so research and stuff, yeah. I know how it's done and all, but and this could be considered part of it, in a way. Okay, that's not making much sense, but let me explain. But the meme or whatever it was basically that, like I had just mentioned, some of these narcissistic people will take things from many, many years ago. Well, there's also this of, when you're around a person who could be a narcissistic person, and you bring up things that they've done along the line, along the time that you've been with them, and you say that it's not just bringing up issues, it's exposing a pattern of behavior in that person. Okay, you see? So think about that. So it basically brings up a question of who's the narcissistic one, which one is what, because if you attach just a broken record to anybody, and when they're actually showing a pattern of something repeating, you see, it's you just can't slap a label on anybody just because they sound like a broken record, then therefore they're narcissistic. No, you can't do that, because it could be they're exposing a pattern. So anyway, I just found that interesting. I have one other one let me find the notes here. Now, I've been going through the notes I've made over, could be years, to try to get through them and talk about the topics. Now that one was about pattern, exposing the pattern. This one was something it was quite a while ago, and I don't remember exactly the whole situation. I need to start writing better notes. But it was something like to be careful about what you post online anyway. Okay, we all know that. We've probably all heard that. People say be careful what you post because you have a lot of trolls out there that they're just going to jump on anything. Now, I had my first computer in 1982, and really the first time I think I could say that I was on something like you would think of social media these days was 1990. And we called them bashers back then and flamers back then. And they would just flame you, for whatever you said and bash you for whatever. Trolls was more recent than that. And there was other terms along the way. But, yeah, so I've known about these for a long time. And they've been around. I think there are times when they get worse. People say that, yeah, they can get pretty bad. Anyway, these, and the notes that I wrote was about this woman, a young woman. And all I wrote was this. I said, careful post. Okay. See, no, that's not all. But because of kids, okay, they ridiculed her because she mentioned something about her kids. And it wasn't anything bad. I remember she was kind of innocent. And just the flamers, the bashers, they jumped on her. And then, like, some of them started telling her how to raise her children. And these did not seem at all like people who actually knew her or anything. They just mocked her, and I wrote that they mocked her. Okay, and yeah, I've seen that so many times, especially even recently. Some people were saying that during this coronavirus, today's May 6th, 2020, and during this pandemic, that people were pimping out their kids. That's the way they put it. And I don't know where I saw it on a Facebook group. And I'm like, what the world? Why are they talking about people pimping out their kids? And no, they didn't mean, they didn't mean anything sexual. But what they were talking about was that what they were talking about was that they were using their kids to get donations, saying things like that they can't afford to buy their kids this or that, and they were using their kids to e-beg. Okay. And I didn't see it. I looked. I didn't see anything like that. And it seemed like trolls were pouncing on anything anybody said. They took it to pounce on it so they could just, throw out hate. We all know, those of us who know about trolls know they're filled with hate. And they want everybody to hurt. And not all of them. They're a variety. But, yeah, that's what I've seen is they want people, to hate, to hurt people. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I had written about those. There was one other one the other day, and I want to do a whole video on that one. That was much deeper. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I'll talk to you on another video. But if you have a comment, leave it below.